Oh, you're one of those 1,000-year door stands, aren't you? Yeah, I see how it is. I bet you hate the modern games, all of them. I bet you'd go on Twitter and compare every single piece of media ever created to the 1,000-year door. Yeah, the game's not even that emotional. Oh, what, there's a bomb whose wife died? Well, yeah, guess what? In the Origami King, there's a bomb who commits fucking suicide right in front of your eyes. Yeah, how's that? How's that for emotions, huh? I bet you have sex with the 1,000-year door, intercourse with the 1,000-year door, and I'm not even talking about the game. I'm talking about the door in the video game that is called the 1,000-year door because it's been there 1,000 years, which gave the game its subtitle, the 1,000-year door. Do you want me to stop? All right, I'm sorry. Cause in all reality, I don't even dislike the newer games, except maybe Sticker Star. I personally can't enjoy Color Splash. However, I can see the appeal, and I love the Origami King. I think it's a really good game. However, there's no denying that Nintendo completely changing the direction of Paper Mario was not a good decision on them. And I guess, for a bit of a rundown, here are my thoughts on each game. I haven't beat the original. I made it to Chapter 2 a long time ago and just kind of haven't played it again, even though it's on NSO. I probably should. I like the game. It's a good game. I beat Super a long time ago and haven't really played it ever since, although I watch a lot of content on all of these games actually, so I'm pretty familiar with them, and yeah, I like Super. I think Super was an instance where the changes they made to Paper Mario were good, because Super still felt like a Paper Mario game. It had the story, it had the characters, it had the unique locales, and for the love of God, you could actually level up. Sticker Star is shit. Enough said. Color Splash. I was really excited when Color Splash was announced. I remember playing the game a shit ton when it first came out. However, I never beat it. I only made it to World 2, and I don't know, the game has too many things holding it back. Origami King, while not perfect, is a huge step up from the previous two games, and hell, I'd even say it's top 3 for me in Paper Mario. But then, there's the 1,000-year door. This game means a lot to me. Hell, it's the first game I ever played on this channel. I remember getting it for my birthday when I was just 12 years old. I already had a GameCube after all, so it was just a while of asking for the game, and sure enough, I ended up getting it. I didn't end up completing it until I was like late 14, early 15 though. My first playthrough took me a couple years to get through, and then I did another playthrough that I completed in like 2 weeks after that. Not too long ago, I did a third playthrough of the game. And fun fact about this one, I only died once in the entire game. The death was to Macho Grubba. And keep in mind, I did the Pit of 100 Trials, and that's the first time I actually ever beat the pit. I started a fourth playthrough that I'm currently in the middle of that I haven't really picked up in a while, but I completed Chapter 3, and I died to fucking Hooktail because I didn't have the cricket badge. I was telling my friends for a while that there were 2 games that I wanted to see ported on Switch the most, and that would get a very emotional reaction out of me. Those games being Mario Galaxy 2 and Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door. And you know how the story goes at this point. On September, I forgot, 2023, there was a Nintendo Direct. And it's funny, too, because I was saying that they're not gonna have any new Mario stuff in the Direct because the June Direct had a shit ton of Mario stuff. The way I learned about the game was through my buddy Tyler, who has been in a couple of videos of mine. I remember it was me, him, another buddy of mine, Ben, who I've also collabed with on this channel, and an adult person. We were sitting down doing fuck all, and he said, "Have you seen the recent Nintendo Direct?" And I go, "I have not yet." And he says, "There's an announcement that I think you'll like." When I turned on my phone, I saw the trailer for Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door Switch, and I can't exactly explain the sound that I made, but it was a very loud anime scream. In fact, I scared the shit out of the teacher in the room. So yeah, suffice to say, I was happy. But what about the trailer itself? What are my thoughts on what I actually saw? Well, let's go over that. So, to sum up my thoughts, holy shit, Nintendo, what the fuck? This is insane. There's no actual way you guys did this. God damn! But to go into more detail, I love how faithful this remake is, considering how fucked modern Paper Mario is. I'm so glad they're doing their best to keep this remake faithful. I mean, they got rid of the stupid-ass white outlines around the characters. The battle system actually looks intact. They didn't replace it with stickers. But you know what the biggest middle finger would be? And I know they're not gonna do this, but this would just be funny. What if the game releases and, you're fighting your battle and, you win and you see this odd lack of experience points gained at the end of the battle? I wouldn't know whether to get really mad or to laugh, because at that point they'd be doing it as a sick joke. And anyways, the trailer. Guys, this game looks freaking pretty as hell. Their usage of lighting here, it's insane. And not to mention the little things that they changed that are just mwah. The characters, they have back sprites now. The characters, besides Mario, have frickin' back sprites. And I know that seems like such a silly little thing to get excited about. Oh, back sprites, oh my god, but come on. And have you heard the character dialogue noises? Previously they sounded like this. But now they all have distinct, unique voices. Koops was making Koopa Troopa noises. Luigi was making Luigi noises. All of the characters sound like they should. The way they do this kinda reminds me of Mario and Luigi. Oh, and not to mention this frickin' music, guys. It's peak. It's peak video game. You got the old Thousand Year Door tunes, but with this big band jazz that Nintendo has been doing with Paper Mario now. Hell, there was even a remixed Paper Mario 64 music track. Now, what was that doing in the Thousand Year Door trailer? I don't know, but I think Nintendo is either trying to tell us something, or they're hiding something from us. Now, what are my hopes for the Thousand Year Door remake? Because I do have a couple things I want to talk about. My first is I think they should streamline some of the backtracking. Not cut it all out, but I think they should streamline some of it. For example, Chapter 4 doesn't have to be as back and forth as it is. And for the love of God, don't make the player go back to Chapter 5 after completing it to get a ring that the Pianta couple lost. Now, I'm about to say something really controversial. They should keep the General White mission. Now, I think some form of fast travel or something would be nice. It is monotonous, but it's not as bad as everyone says. And besides, y'all know the devs put it in as a sick joke. Another hope I have is new badges. Now granted, I'm not creative enough to think of what these badges would do. I just think it'd be cool if you can get some, new badges. Maybe not like a ton of them, but just a couple you can find here and there. Or maybe there's a new NPC that sells new badges. I mean, there was a new NPC in Glitzville after all. And you could argue that the Toad in Glitzville has some useless text talking about how glitz the Ville is, but no, I don't think they would have showed him if he wasn't important. And now for my final hope, and this one I don't see as very likely. This would be in a perfect world, and I don't really see it happening, but come on. We need a side story of Luigi. He comes back with his own partners and talks about how excellent his adventure was. Not only would it be extremely cool to see this, but Luigi is there. He has a partner for every single time you meet him. The blueprints, are there. Now it's just up to the game developers. And I got the perfect name for this side story. Paper Luigi, Princess Eclair's excellent waffle making skills. So yeah, those are my hopes for the remake. But before I go, never in a million years did I think Nintendo would acknowledge old Paper Mario again. Not properly, at least. And the fact that they're giving us this, not even a remake of the original, but a remake of Thousand Year Door, it's just... Guys, we did it. We won. It took nearly a decade, but Nintendo eventually heard our cries, our pleads for classic Paper Mario to come back. And I know this isn't a whole new game or anything, but if we make this game sell well enough, Nintendo will hear us that way, and they will continue making games in this style. So now, it's your turn to contribute. All I ask you to do is wait until this game comes out and pick it up and play it. And of course, the game won't be for everyone, but I promise you that there is a very high chance that this game will resonate with you like it did for so many other people. You're probably gonna get hella content about this game when it comes out. I even have some challenge runs planned out. I can't wait to see you guys there. But in the meantime, we wait. We wait for this game to come out. After all, we do have other games to hold us over. Mario Wonder, Mario RPG, Nintendo has us covered for the next while. And hopefully this video does too, because I kinda sort of said everything I need to say. Be sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. Anyways, peace!